Hello everybody, my name's Nicola and welcome back to my channel. This is the Frugal Cottage, where we talk all things money to help you on your financial journey. Today's video is all about why financial knowledge should be part of your self-care routine. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get started. So at the moment there are lots of things about self-care kind of floating around. Quite rightly at the moment, lots of people are very anxious and stressed, and obviously the world is a very unstable place, should we say. But self-care is important, but financial knowledge should be part of your self-care routine. And these are 5 ways in which you can incorporate financial knowledge and kind of money improvement, if you like, into your self-care routine. So the first one is learning to budget, no matter how basic that might be. That might simply be you write down approximately what comes in and approximately what goes out and see if you can balance it that way. Having a budget in place means that you are less stressed about your finances. And yes, it might seem boring, but honestly, it is one of the best things to start off with when you're trying to think about changing your financial situation. So have a look, spend kind of 20-30 minutes looking over bank statements, looking what goes on, what goes in, and try and draft up a rough budget. I'll leave a link below to the zero-based budget method, which is the one we use, and also my latest Budget With Me video if you want to watch those after this one, just to give you some idea on how to start. But getting a budget in place and learning how that works is absolutely key to having your financial routine into your self-care part of your life. The second one is to start saving, no matter how small that amount might be. And for the reason for this is that actually it's just getting in the habit of doing that rather than focusing on the amounts to begin with. Just focus on actually saving money. So whether you use an automated app, whether you log on to online banking, whether you use the account tiny method, which I talked about in a video not so long ago, I'll leave a link below to that. However small the amount, say you can put £5 a week into a savings account or a savings pot or a cash envelope, sinking fund, however you want to do that, it is a starting point and will get you into the routine of saying, right, I'm going to put £5 in there, say like every Friday at the end of the week. Or if you want to use the pay yourself first method when you get paid, however it is, however small, get started saving, because again it just relieves that pressure just a tiny bit. Number 3 in terms of financial knowledge and your self-care and kind of self-preservation is to pay your bills on time. Set up those direct debits, set it so it's all automated, and then just leave it alone. There's nothing worse than not paying your bills on time. You'll get late charges, you'll get things added to it. There's just not any reason to not have that set up as an automated thing. And you know what, it's so less stressful. It just happens without you thinking about it, but you always pay your bills on time. That's really easy to do. You can set up a direct debit. You either do it via your bank, or you can ring up, say, your kind of electricity supplier, and they will do that for you. They'll kind of talk you through the process. So get those set up so that it comes out every month without fail on time. The 4th one, so hopefully you've now got a budget in place, you've started saving some money no matter how small, and I mean that. If you can save £5 a week, then you're doing okay. In fact, you're doing better than lots of people. And once you start with that small amount, then you can build that as you get more confident and more comfortable with the idea. So you've started saving and you're paying all your bills on time because you've set them up to be automated so that you don't miss them. Now is the time to think further ahead. So kind of a long-term money management is number 4. So start thinking about things like putting money away for annual things, like, so if you've got a car, maybe think of having a sinking fund for kind of your car MOT or Christmas or birthdays, or even longer things like pension, investing, overpaying your mortgage. Now is the time to really look at kind of long-term things that will have a positive impact on your financial life, and therefore should also be part of your self-care routine. Because you're making it easier for yourself, that should be in there. So think about, do you have a work pension? If you don't, why not? Every company should now in the UK be offering some kind of pension plan as part of their employment. If you are self-employed, have you got a self-employment? Are you investing in a pension for yourself? If not, have a look at that. Again, even if you can commit to a tiny bit in there each month, your future self maybe a long time in the future, will thank you for that. And same with overpaying your mortgage. Have you got £5-10 a week you can put on there? Just reducing that over term. All these kind of things, the money management side of it for the long term is doing it so your future self can also not have to worry about their money. And finally, if you've got all these things in place, you've got your budget, you're starting to save, you're paying your bills on time, and you're kind of preparing for different things, it just means you can treat yourself just a little. Only a little. So if you've got all these things in place, you can splurge just a tiny bit, because when we're all on some kind of journey, it's always nice to have those little treats along the way. Now, I'm not saying you should go and buy yourself a £3,000 handbag because you've got your bills paid on time. What I am saying is that you are, in terms of self-care, allowed to treat yourself. And that's not just buy something that you need, that is something that you want. Buying yourself some new clothes because you need them is not treating yourself. It's different. So say you've got your eye on a lovely candle by some homemade shop on Instagram. If you're doing well and things are going well, treat yourself to something nice. Because at the end of the day, in financial knowledge, in self-care means that you are taking care of yourself, making yourself feel better, and we're all allowed a little treat along the way. So they are my 5 tips for how you can incorporate financial knowledge into your self-care routine, and your future self will be so thankful that you took the time to do this. Do you agree with me? Do you have any other tips? How else could you incorporate financial knowledge and kind of money management into your self-care routine? Let me know in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you again very soon.